es el nuevo refuerzo del Fútbol Club Barcelona, Ilkay Gündogan, que está con nosotros. ¿Cómo estás? How's your Spanish? ¿Cómo está tu español?
It's okay.
It's gonna get there?
It's gonna get there. It's gonna
Okay.
be mejor, yes.
You can understand
Hopefully.
a few words,
I
right?
understand actually a lot, I would say.
Right.
But speaking, you know, you are still also a bit shy to
Well,
do
you
mistakes,
get used
so
to
you
it.
have to
Although
get used
you're
to
going to
that.
have to learn Catalan.
I'm not sure. Some people, they say Catalan, some Spanish, so I'm kind of in the
Just a
middle
little bit.
stuck, you know, I'm not too sure.
Well, it's great to have you in the studio. We've had you in the
Thank
show
you.
once in the middle of the pandemic, but it's good to have you here in person. Let me start with this question. As a captain, you lift the FA Cup title, the Premier League title, and the Champions League title. The moment you win those 3 championships and you leave those 3 trophies, the decision to leave, was it easier or harder now that you won everything?
To be 100% honest with you, the moment I lifted the Champions League trophy, it was easier.
I bet. Yeah.
It was easier.
Was it a weight off your shoulders the moment you lift that trophy?
I would say so. I would say so. I think also not just of my personal shoulders, which was quite heavy to be honest, because that trophy haunted me for like 10 years when I've played the first Champions League final with Dortmund in 2013 and lost it. Then a couple of years
Against Chelsea?
ago against Chelsea, lost it again. So the third one had to be the one. And to win it then also, I mean, it was relief. It was a lot of relief. That was the main feeling, you know, straight after it.
And it was obviously very special where you did it, in Istanbul, in Turkey. How special was that for you?
It was very special. I think it was just meant to be also at the end, because I remember the Champions League final was meant to be in Istanbul, I don't know, a couple of times before already. And it got, I don't know, it got cancelled because of COVID, because of different reasons. And I don't know, the fact that it was just, you know, this year and that we went there, again, it just had to be the way it turned out.
Yeah.
So obviously for me, for my family, you know, with the Turkish origin, you know, I've never lived in Turkey, but I go every year since I'm a child. So my grandparents are there, my parents are there, a lot of family is there. So obviously it was very special to me.
When did you know you could win? It was doable to win the treble.
Honestly, I think the moment we took the lead from Arsenal in the Premier League. I don't know when exactly that was, to be honest. I don't know the exact date. But once we were ahead of them, and with the experience that I have, you know, from the last few years, you know, us end of the season, leading the table, that's going to be very difficult for anyone, you know, to chase us. And once you have the Premier League, I mean, of course, you're still I think you're still at the FA Cup semi-final maybe to play. And then, of course, the final. But I know that in big games, you know, that we are able to turn up, you know, and to make it happen. So the Premier League, and this is also what Pep always said, you know, is our daily work. This is a must, you know, to compete until the end to try to win it. And I knew when we had the lead that we will not lose it anymore, and I was quite confident that we will win the FA Cup and also the Champions League.
That makes sense. Obviously, there's a great connection between Pep and Barcelona, right? Pep and yourself, Pep and City. I remember him saying that as long as he's a City manager, you would be a City player. So I wonder, when you broke the news to him, what did he say to you? I'm sure he was happy for you overall.
Yeah, I think.
How was the conversation?
I think he had mixed feelings. I mean, for me, it was very important to call him, obviously, and to let him know first about my decision. And actually, he said it quite in a similar way as you just said it. You know, he said to me, "I wished, or I always hoped that we arrive together and that one day we leave together." But at the end, I think he understood my decision. He respected it, and of course, Barca is the love of his childhood. You know, the love of his life, maybe also. So he just wished me all the best. He said to me, "If you need anything, you know, in the city or whatever, You can always call me, always ring me, asking for advice or anything. So I think it was a mix between, of course, being a bit sad, you know, that I'm leaving, but also happy for me that I'm joining such a great club, you know, and also with winning the treble, you know, it was maybe also easier for him, I don't know.
What are you the most excited about joining Barcelona?
Being successful, I think. I mean, I've watched that team, especially last year, you know, with Xavi, the way they play, the players they have, the potential, the young squad that they have, you know, and the amazing potential that there is in. But then also, of course, having colleagues like Marc-André ter Stegen, you know, that I know from the German national team very well, Robert Lewandowski, who was one of the best strikers in the world, you know, and that I've played personally also with at Borussia Dortmund a few years together. I think it's just a great mix, and I just saw myself also, and this is also something that the coach said to me, as someone that can guide and help, you know, these younger players, you know, with all the experience that I have. And this is exactly how I see myself. I think I would describe myself as a player that doesn't really, or it's not really important for me to shine myself. It's more important to help my teammates to make them shine on the pitch. So that's how I see myself as a player. So I want to make them better. They are already really good, but I think they can become even better. And I'm there to give my full support.
What do you see in Pedri, and how do you feel your game and his game can come together to help the team?
Well, I see him actually quite similar to me in terms of, you know, being smart, being aware of what's happening around you. You know, where are my teammates, where are the opponents? You know, I think he's incredibly smart. You know, on the football pitch. He's very clean in terms of his first touch, in terms of passing, even though there's, I guess, still potential to improve. And I think the only thing he might need to add now to his game is, you know, getting more into the opponent box, getting more assists, getting more goals, you know, into this goal-scoring positions and opportunities, you know, determination. So, so I think once everything is set, you know, and there are certain patterns in our game, because now it's pre-season, it's hard, you know, it's, of course we work on tactical things, but everything needs sometimes a little bit time, you know, to adapt. But once this is set, I think he will have a lot of opportunities, you know, to score, to assist, and yeah, to just get even better.
So listen what you're saying. You're a mentor, you like helping others, but yet some of your biggest highlights came as a goal machine. Are you telling me that you enjoy more giving an assist than scoring yourself?
I think both is actually really nice, to be honest. I enjoy it when there's like a nice build-up, you know, clean, and everyone gets involved, you know, and the ball is just moving like flawless, you know, and you just combine with each other, you have possession, and then at the end you score a goal. And I don't care who's scoring the goal, to be honest.
But if you do?
But if I do, I take it, of course. But I think this is for me the joy, you know, when the game is just fluent, you know, when it's, everything just happens naturally, you know, and everyone knows exactly what to do and is aware of everything. This is the wish that I always have, you know, to make it look simple, but to know that it's actually very hard.
And this team actually praises that. That's what they do. It's a philosophy, right? Not just from Xavi, Pep, going all the way back to Johan Cruyff. That was the style. Now, as a Barcelona player, I have to ask you this question. Do you want Kylian Mbappé to join Real Madrid or not? Or would you rather not?
Well, to be honest, at the end, I don't really care, because whether he stays there or he joins any other club, I think as a football player yourself, you always want to face the best players in the world. You know, you want to compete with the best. And I mean, sooner or later you will do, whether it's in the league, in La Liga, or in the Champions League, or whether a national team. So wherever he's going to be, I think to play against him is a joy, because you know that when you face this kind of players, you have to be on your best as well to beat them. So it's just about the competition. So this is a decision that he personally has to make, but I'm sure that the El Clásicos that we are going to play, that they all will be in terms of intensity, quality, that they will be amazing to watch. So I can't wait.
I bet you as a football fan, growing up, you watch a lot of clásicos, Real Madrid, Barcelona. Now the fact that you're going to be a part of one, how does that make you feel?
Amazing. I mean, maybe it's the biggest game in club football, you know, in the world. I don't know anyone who loves football and who doesn't watch El Clásico. You probably as well. So, so yeah, these are the games that you want to play a part in, you know, and that you want to get and that you want to win. So now being a part myself in such an amazing game, I think it's just a joy.
You spoke about your relationship with Mark, with Robert, and we spoke a little bit about Pedri. But is there any other player in this Barcelona squad that you were looking forward to playing together with?
Yeah, of course. I mean, a lot actually. Whether it's someone like Ousmane Dembélé, who I've watched also, you know, when he was at Dortmund, because I was there myself. I've played against someone like Rafinha, you know, in the Premier League. Frankie de Jong is going to be someone on the pitch that will be probably always quite close to me, you know. So there has to be a good connection. So I'm really looking forward to that, you know. So so there's a lot actually, and I think we have a great squad. Last year was already good, you know, with winning the league title, but I know that we can do, you know, with that squad even better. So now this year is the time to prove it again, and of course to go very far in the Champions League. That is always a responsibility when you play for this match.
And of course, ESPN Deportes, we broadcast La Liga games, Barcelona games. Some of those games I have to call them myself.
So be careful now what you say
Going
about
back to our history, would you like to extend the executives at ESPN a request so that I don't call any of your games? Or can we start over?
It's okay.
This is like a blank page. We start over.
Just be honest, you know, with what you see. So I can take critics. I think they are good.
I will never criticize you.
You should.
There's nothing to criticize about your game.
No, there's always something.
Okay, what would you like to do better about your game? From everything you do, you watch tape, you see, okay, this is where I have to improve.
I would like to defend better. I would like to finish better sometimes, even though I know that when I arrive, you know, with the right rhythm, timing in the opponent's box, that I always can be dangerous. But I don't have finishing like someone like Kevin De Bruyne as an example, outside the box, you know, like top bins or whatever. Yeah. So of course I would love to have, but I don't see myself as a complete player. I'm not, but I think I have all the qualities that a successful team needs in specific areas, and this is the most important thing for me, you know, to be honest with yourself, to know what you are able to do, but also to know what you are not able to do. This is a very important thing to me.
It will be a pleasure to call your games, to follow this next step in your career. Congratulations.
Thank you.
In name of a lot of City fans, I will take the lead and say thank you for everything you did for the club. And we very much look forward to your continued success now at Barcelona, man. It's great to have you here. Thank you for your time as always, my friend. And all the success to you.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And hopefully we'll see you in Barcelona.
Definitely.
Yeah?
I'm waiting for you.
I know a couple of places. If you wanna, I'm not Pep, but if you want a couple of recommendations for having good lunch or something.
I'll take them. But if they are not good enough, I will let you know as well.
Hey, I want you to be honest with me. I will be honest with you. I want you to be honest with me. Gracias, amigo.
Gracias a ti.
Ilkay Gündogan con nosotros, damas y caballeros, en nuestro estudio. De ahora nunca lo verán en la liga, aquí en ESPN Deportes.